Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dignitaries present here, dear friends, I am extremely happy to meet you all this evening. It's always a pleasure to talk to the enlightened audience of AMA. As you heard, the subject for the 4-day lecture series is Harmony of 4 Yogas for Bliss and Peace. The modern man is in search of peace. Just now, as you heard, most of the people are in tension, irrespective of age, caste, creed, color, nationality, whether India or abroad, whether developing country or developed countries, whether the parents or whether the students, all are under stress, all under tension, and they are all in search of peace of mind. This is a very marked phenomenon, and the rate of suicides is increasing at an alarming rate all over the world. So many books are getting published, and they are becoming bestsellers. Derek Humphreys has written a book, The Final Exit, and the book is also Exit, not available on the bookshop. With great difficulty, I got one copy from a book fair. I wanted to know what is written there. Do you know what is written there? How to commit suicide. And the book is selling like hotcake. The bestseller book of Japan is The Complete Manual on Committing Suicide. 3.5 less copies sold in 1 year. And some people committed suicide while taking the book in the hand and dying in the manner in which it was told in the book. France's bestseller book is Suicide User's Manual. They all want to commit suicide. And the rate of suicide is much more in developing countries, which annuls our equation is H is directly proportional to M, where H is equal to happiness, M is equal to money. Rather, wherever per capita income is more, the rate of suicide is more, the rate of schizophrenic patients is more. According to National Institute of Mental Health, on an average, at least one person from every family regularly goes to a psychiatrist. 25% of the people in America are going regularly to psychiatrists. Lot of different types of mental diseases are coming out. We have never heard the names of those diseases. Those diseases are coming up in America, in other developed countries. Gradually they are infiltrating. Affluenza has come. Nugen neurosis, affluenza, drug addiction, violence. This is spreading like wildfire. And people are under stress. Special courses on stress management are coming up. Special conferences on happiness is coming up. And now America has discovered a new thing. And that is, so far we were talking about GNP, but now they are talking about GNH. Gross National Happiness. Gross National Happiness Survey, and they have taken it from Bhutan. The development index does not depend upon GNP, it depends upon GNH. So now Brazil has taken the lesson, and they have started these conferences on happiness and peace. And from all over the world, they have got the experts. And you know, there is recession in America. In India, the recession is receding little by little, but in America is still persisting. But one industry is flourishing wonderfully, and that is happiness industry. So many conferences, so many programs on happiness, and they are all in great demand because everybody is in stress. So it's a special industry, happiness industry, where it's a golden age for those who can give happiness. And if you can give instant happiness, oh, you will be having much more market. So happiness industry is flourishing. And according to the estimates of the psychologist and the economist and the sociologist, within the next 5 years, this happiness industry will be the 5th largest industry of the world. Not chemical industry or other industry, happiness industry. So people are badly in search of peace of mind. But all the methods that have been described and prescribed, they do give them happiness, they give them some relief, they do give them some relief from the tension. But these are all temporary measures. Even the stress management, Western models of stress management called voodoo dolls and hat diaries and punching bags, these are all not working. That is why they are going now for long-term happiness, long-term peace, and they are coming to meditation and yoga all over the world. The Vedantic method of stress management is, if you really want to get peace of mind, number one is that we must know what do we want in life. Everyone wants happiness and peace. And we think if we get a particular object, we will be happy. But after we get the object, we again become dissatisfied. We want some other object. Once we get that object, then again we become dissatisfied. So this circle goes on. And this is quite natural. For every human being, this is quite natural. Why? Because thousands of years ago, our rishis, they declared, man cannot be satisfied by finite things. He can never be satisfied. He can only be satisfied by infinite fulfillment, and infinite happiness is the happiness and peace that every human being will be searching for. You cannot have it otherwise. Na sulke, na nalpe sukham asti, yovai bhuma tat sukham, nalpe sukham asti. Yovai bhuma tat sukham. How can you get real happiness and peace? Yovai bhuma. Infinite alone. By reaching the infinite alone, you can get infinite happiness. Until you get infinite happiness and peace, you cannot get fulfillment and satisfaction, and you will be always searching for more and more peace of mind. Infinite alone. And why so? Because our very nature is infinite. Our nature is bliss. So unless until we get bliss, we cannot get peace. Why? Because our very nature is bliss. Take a fish out of water. What happens? Becomes restless to go back to water. This is the proof. Why are we restless? Because we have gone out of our nature. Our nature is to remain immersed in our own true nature. Is what is our true nature? Sat Chit Ananda. This is Vedanta says. Our basic nature is Sat Chit Ananda. Inside every human being, there is a center of consciousness that is called Atman, and its very nature is Sat Chit Anand. Infinite existence, infinite knowledge, and infinite bliss. That is our true nature. This is what Vedanta says. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate drishyate tvagraya buddhya shukshmaya shukshmadarshibhi. Says Kathopanishad. Inside every human being, there is a center of consciousness. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu. Inside every human being, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality, age, gender, every human being. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate. There is a center of consciousness, Atman, but it is not visible. If it is not visible, then what is the proof? What is the evidence? The modern man wants evidence. So the next line says, Drishyate. Some people have seen it. Some people have realized it. That is its documentary evidence. Drishyate tagraya buddhya. But who have seen it? Tagraya buddhya. Those who have got one-pointed intelligence, not the ordinary intelligence. Sukshmaya, Sukshmadarshivi, who have got that fine intellect. The fine intellect, which is different from the ordinary intellect. And now the modern science has come to our rescue. What is Sukshmaya, Sukshma Buddhi? 5 years back, we could not explain what is meant by the rishis when they are telling that Sukshmaya, Sukshma Buddhi. Now we know it. The latest discovery in the modern science is SQ. Dana Zohar has written a book. The name of the book is SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, where she says neurologically, biologically, psychologically, physiologically, from every point of view, there is a concluding evidence. There is something called SQ, which is the basis of both IQ and EQ. What is IQ? Intelligence quotient. EQ, emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. SQ, spiritual intelligence, spiritual quotient. What is IQ? IQ will tell you how to play the game of life. What is EQ? EQ will tell you how to play the game of life under changed circumstances with changed strategies. And what is SQ? SQ will tell you whether to play the game of life at all or not. That is your choice. What is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? Why are we here on this earth? What is the ultimate aim of our life? This is all SQ. So, IQ, EQ, and SQ. And another discovery of the modern science is IQ is available with all the species, including the computers. EQ is available only with a few species, but SQ is available only with the human beings. Whatever ancient scriptures said, out of 84 lakhs of species, only human beings can have spiritual knowledge or spiritual realization or self-realization. Now the modern science says no, not 84 lakh, there are 125 lakhs of species. Of course, now cloning and everything is going on, it might have multiplied. But not much different. Without any microscope, they could discover 84 lakhs of species. Now the modern science says 125 lakhs of species, but they also say out of 125 lakhs of species, only one species that human beings can have SQ, nobody else. No other species can have SQ. So this SQ, Sukshmaya Sukshmadarshibi, only human beings have got, and that is its proof. Some have seen it. Drishyate, that is its documentary evidence. Narendra Dutt was a college student in Calcutta. He wanted to know the truth. He wanted to realize the truth. He read the books of all Western philosophers, Kant, Hegel, Spencer, John Stuart Mill, and became an agnostic. He said, I don't believe in God. And his father was a very well-known lawyer in the High Court of Calcutta. At that time, Calcutta was the capital of India. So he said, I am the son of a lawyer. I want document evidence for everything. And so he said, whenever any saint would come to Calcutta, he will just go there. And then after listening to the saint, he will say, now enough of your talk on God. Now answer my question. Have you seen God? Nobody could answer satisfactorily. He became dissatisfied. But he wanted to know the truth. One day he had gone to college. He was studying in Scottish Church College. That day, the professor of English literature was absent. So the principal himself came to take the class of English literature. He was teaching them the poem of Wordsworth. The name of the poem is The Excursion, in which the poet describes that by seeing the beauty of the nature, he goes into a trance, into superconscious state, in samadhi. The students asked, sir, is it possible that a human being can go to a superconscious state, a samadhi state? Professor William Hesty said, yes, it is possible. I have seen one person who frequently enters into that state of samadhi. If you want, you can meet that person because he stays in Calcutta. There is a temple of Dakshineshwar, of Mother Kali. He stays there, Ram Krishna Paramhans. And Narendranath Dutt, he said, okay, let me also test this Babaji. He went there. When he went there to Dakshineshwar, in the room of Sri Ramakrishna was talking to the devotees. He sat down in one corner of the room. After some time, he said, now enough of your talks on God, now answer my question. Have you seen God? And for the first time, he received the satisfactory reply. Sri Ramakrishna said, yes, my boy, I have seen God. Then he said, I am seeing him more intensely than I am seeing you. And then he said, if you want, you also can see him. But you will have to undergo spiritual practices. That is the science of religion. Science says H2 plus O2 is equal to H2O. Hydrogen, oxygen gas will give water. I don't believe. Hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas. How it can give water? It's not a question of belief. Come to the laboratory, mix hydrogen, oxygen, have hydrolytic process, and when you don't get water, you say, I don't believe in what? This equation. Similarly, Sri Ramakrishna gives the challenge. I have seen God. You also can see him. But you have to come to the laboratory and experiment. Narendranath accepted the challenge. He accepted the challenge. He underwent spiritual practices. And he also went into that super-conscious state. He had a realization of that supreme reality when he was in Kashipur, in Calcutta. At that time and after that, because he had a first-hand encounter with the supreme reality, that is why he could declare at the top of his voice in the World's Parliament Religion at Chicago. That was on 9/11, you know. He gave his historic speech at the World's Parliament Religion in Chicago on 9/11. That was 1893, 11 September. That was also 9/11. And because we did not listen to his speech when he talked about harmony of religion, so there was another 9/11. 2001, the Twin Towers were broken. That's a different thing. But he talked about harmony of religions in that World's Parliament Religions. And then during his talk, during his speech on Hinduism, he gave that clarion call. He repeated the shloka from the Shvetara Upanishad, where the rishis say, Shunvantu Vishve Amritasya Putraha Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditvarnam Tamasa Parastat Tameva Viditvati Mritimeti Nanya Pantha Viditayanaya. Listen, ye, the children of immortal bliss. Listen, ye, even who are residing in higher spheres. Listen, all of you, I have found the ancient one, the golden one, who is beyond all miseries. Knowing him alone, you shall be all freed from these miseries. There is no other way around, no other way out. This is what Swami Vivekananda declared. And then he told all the Americans who were having a lot of tension, because they were being told, you are sinner, you are sinners, you are sinners. They were undergoing tremendous stress at that time. They were all suffering. They had already undergone industrial revolution. They had already got the affluenza, not the affluenza, but they had tested the fruits of the affluent society. They were all rich, but mentally they were sick, and they were all suffering. At that time, Swami Vivekananda gave them the nectar of immortality from the Vedanta, the nectar of Vedanta. He told them, the Hindus refuse to call you sinners. Sinners? Vedanta does not recognize sin. It recognizes error. And the greatest error you are making when you say that you are a sinner. No, you are not sinners. Let me call you, brethren, by this great name by which our rishis have told, Amritasya Putraha. What are you? Amritasya Putra. You are the children of immortal bliss. That is the Vedantic concept. If you ask any student, what is a man? He will immediately reply, man is a social animal. Because that is how they have been taught. Man is a social animal. That is the normal definition of a man. But Alvin Toffler says, no, no, no. Man is an economic animal, but after all he is an animal. Aristotle says, no, no, no. Man is a political animal, after all he is an animal. Benjamin Franklin says, no, no, no. Man is a tool-making animal. After all, he is an animal. This is the Western concept. Vedanta says, no, you are not animal. Who are you? Amrutasya putraha. You are the children of immortal bliss. And then Swami Vivekananda gave that nectar of Vedanta. He said, ye, the children of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings, ye devotees on earth, sinners, it is a sin to call a man so. It is a standing liable on human nature. Come up, O lions, and shake up the delusion that you are sheep. Your souls immortal, spirits free, blessed and eternal. You are not matter, you are not bodies. Matter is a servant, not ye the servant of matter. Come up, O lions, and shake up the delusion. He used to narrate a beautiful story which was very popular in America when he went there. There was a lioness. It was pregnant, and when it was running after a flock of sheep, it jumped over the flock of sheep in order to have its prey. While jumping, it gave birth to a small lion cub, and that small lion cub fell into the flock of sheep. The lioness, because of its labor, went to the other side, fell down, unconscious, and later on died. Now this small lion cub started weeping. The mother of the sheep became kind, started rearing this lion cub. This lion cub started growing. It was going with the sheep, and it started taking grass like sheep. It started bleating like sheep, and its whole behavior was that of a sheep. But it grew into a big lion. One day, another big lion was going along the forest, and when it saw there's a big flock of sheep and all the sheep are just bleating, bah, 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 suddenly it discovered there was a small lion along with the sheep, and it was also bleating like sheep. The lion became very much astonished. What is the matter? The lion is bleating like a sheep. So it went there. As soon as it went there, all the sheep, they started running out of fear. And this small lion also started running. Bah, 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 it started running. The big lion caught hold of it by the neck. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you afraid of me? You are a lion like me. Why are you afraid? The small lion said, bah, bah, bah. I am not lion, I am sheep. Big lion said, you fool, you are a lion and yet you are telling you are a sheep. No, 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 you are lion like me. So many times the big lion tried to explain, you are a lion and not sheep. But the small lion started more and more weeping, more and more bleating, and became afraid. Now the big lion was so much annoyed, caught hold of the small lion, dragged it near a pond, and told the lion, yeah, look at the reflection. Look at your reflection, look at my reflection. Your face resembles that of mine or the sheep. Just leave. Now the small lion looked into the pond, astonished. My face is not that of a sheep. Just looking like this lion. Yes, now remember, you are a lion like me. You are not sheep. Now roar like me. And started roaring. Now, you are the king of the forest, and became the king of the forest. Swami Vivekananda used to narrate this story and say, this small lion was already a lion. But it had forgotten that I am a lion, and that is why it was so miserable. That is why it was eating grass. That is why it was bleating, and that is why it was miserable. Swami Vivekananda says, we are like the small lion. Miserable. What will happen to my problem? Financial problem, family problem, this problem, that problem. I am miserable. I am miserable. Swami Vivekananda, like a big lion, comes. No. You are Atman, ever pure, ever blissful. No, no, no. I am a miserable man. I am a body-mind complex. My mind is very, very weak. I am feeling so, and I am so much under tension. I am miserable. Again Swami can, no. The all-powerful Atman is within. We said, no, 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 I am miserable. I am a body-mind complex. Then Swami Vivekananda takes it. Come, have meditation. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Look within. Look the reflection within. Meditate. Meditate on what I have told you. You are a lion. You are a lion. You are Atman. Ever pure. Ever blissful. That is why Swami Vivekananda says, come up all lions. Shake up the delusion that you are sheep. Your soul is immortal. Spirits free. Blessed and eternal. You are not matter. You are not bodies. Matter is a servant. Not ye, the servant of matter. And that is how all the Americans got a new life, a new hope, a new expectation. No, so far they were thinking we are all miserable creatures, sinners. No, Swami Vivekananda, you are all divine. You are divine. You are gods and goddesses. You are not human beings. You got infinite power within you, infinite peace, infinite happiness, infinite knowledge, infinite existence. That is your true nature. This body-mind complex is only external covering. Inside that is the supreme consciousness, and that is what you are. That is your real nature. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Existence, Sat Chit Ananda, that is your true nature. That is why Swami Vivekananda used to tell, you are divine, you are divine, you are divine. If any time I feel like blasphemy, Swami Vivekananda told the Americans, if I feel like blasphemy when I call you a man or a woman, that is a lie. You are not a man, you are not a woman, you are God, you are goddess. You are divine, you are divine, you are divine. That is the first truth, that is the second truth, and that is the last truth. You are divine, you are divine. Swami Vivekananda used to tell that. One day lady disciple said, Swami, you are trying to hypnotize us by telling again, you are divine, you are divine. Swami Vivekananda, madam, I am not trying to hypnotize you. I am trying to dehypnotize you. Already you are hypnotized. Again telling, I am a sinner, I am a sinner, I am a sinner. You become hypnotized. I am trying to dehypnotize you. Already we are hypnotized. We are all thinking ourselves as miserable creatures, prey to the society, miserable creatures, body-mind complex, under tension, so many weaknesses, body, mind. No, that is not your true nature. That is only external covering. Come out, manifest the divinity within. That is the message that Swami Vivekananda gave. America got this message, but again, because of the affluent society, because of the mad rush after gold and money, forgot the message. Forgot the message. Eleanor Stark has written a beautiful book. The name of the book is The Gift Unopened. The Gift Unopened. Where she says, what a tremendous treasure, what tremendous gift Swami Vivekananda has already given to us in America. What a beautiful gift. He gave the nectar of Vedanta. Beautiful gift which will solve all our problems of American society. But unfortunately, he has given the gift, but the gift remains unopened. So she has written a book. The name of the book is The Gift Unopened. There she says, Columbus discovered the soil of America, but Vivekananda discovered the soul of America. He discovered the soul of America, and he gave them the message, you are divine, you are divine. And then he delivered lectures on 4 yogas, Raj Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Karma Yoga. Wonderful. He has given the solution of all the problems of the modern society. He has given everything, but the gift remains unopened. The gift remains unopened. So today, again, you will get the gift. Packet of 4 yogas. Whole knowledge is there. All the problem solution is there in these 4 yogas. In these 4 days, we are trying to just give an outline. I do not know how far I will be successful, but at least if I can inspire you to read these books, 4 books, go deeper, because each and every yoga takes minimum 1 year. minimum 1 year. And 4 yogas will take 4 years. These 4 years lessons I want to condense into 4 days, out of which 1 day is almost going away in introduction. But anyway, if it gives you an outline and if it inspires you to read these books, I think my coming here will be richly rewarded. So the main thing is Swami Vivekananda gave that gift, which is remaining unopened. Unfortunately, in India also, we have not yet opened that gift. It was given to America. Why? Some people ask why he gave that gift to America. Because India was not ready. India was not ready. At that time, we had many other problems. So Swami Vivekananda remembered the message of his Guru Sri Ramakrishna, no religion with empty stomach. So many people are having the problem of poverty, ignorance, illiteracy. First of all, our people must be fed nicely. Then only they will be able to understand spirituality. Our problems were different at that time. But Americans, they had enough food, more than what actually they should have. And it is that time what they needed was mental peace. That is why Swami Vivekananda gave his gift to them of these 4 yogas, of this Vedanta knowledge. He gave that gift. But that gift remains unopened. It is high time we open the gift. It is high time in India also. Now, today is the situation in India. Already we have moved away from Tamogun to Rajogun. Now is the time when we can understand and we can justify and we can appreciate the gift that Swamiji has given, the gift of nectar of Vedanta. And this alone will solve our problems, because what we want is peace, and that will come through bliss, which is our true nature. Our true nature is Sat Chit Ananda. How do we know? What is the rationale behind it? Rationale is this. What is the true nature of fish? To remain in water. Take out the fish, it will become restless. Similarly, our nature is Sat Chit Ananda. Remove human being from this, we are all restless. Every one of us wants to live. You ask any person, when do you want to die? What is your plan? I say, I don't want to die. Even those persons who are trying to commit suicide, it is not because they want to die. Everyone wants to live. How much live? We want eternal life. We never want to die. Even those who are trying to commit suicide is not because they want to die, because they have got suffering. And why are you committing suicide? No, because I want to marry that boy of other caste and my parents are not allowing. No, I talked to your parents and they allowed. Oh, then I don't want to die. They want to die. Those who want to commit suicide are only because they are suffering. But remove that problem and they will say, no, I don't want to commit suicide. So nobody wants to commit suicide. Everybody wants to live. Nobody wants to die. How much? We never want to die. Because our very nature is existence. So, infinite existence. We want to live infinitely. And Chit, knowledge. How much knowledge we want? Infinite knowledge. We are not satisfied with any amount of knowledge. Third, Ananda. Everyone wants Ananda. How much Ananda? I ask the youngsters, how much happiness you want? 10 kg or 20 kg? 20 kg. 20 kg or 50 kg? 50 kg. How much happiness when you will say, I don't want money more? No, we want infinite happiness. Everybody wants infinite happiness. Yovai bhumat sukam nalpe sukam asti. A man can never be satisfied with limited happiness. It wants infinite happiness. Why? Because that is our true nature. Sat Chit Ananda. And that is why are we feeling restless? We will be restless till we have got into that original thing. What is that original thing? Infinite knowledge, infinite existence, infinite bliss. If the fish is put into water, restlessness will go. If the fish comes out of the water, it will become restless. We are fish out of water. Till we have realized our true self. Till we have got our divinity. Till we have realized our divinity. That restlessness is going to continue. All other methods of stress management are temporary methods. They may give temporary relief. But permanent relief will come only when we get bliss. Without bliss, real peace will not come. That is why in the Kathopanishad it is told, Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yu vidhati kaman tam atmastam yenu pashyanti dhirah tesham shanti shashvati netaresham. Nityo nityanam. There is an eternal Atman behind which there is an eternal principle called Paramatman, the Supreme Self. Inside that Self, which is Chetana, Nitya, which is eternal, there is another supra-eternal, Supreme Consciousness. Chetanas Chetananam. Inside this consciousness, there is Supreme Consciousness. Eko bahunam yu vidadhati kaman. That Supreme Reality is controlling the whole universe. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yu vidadhati kaman tam atmastam yenu pashyanti dhira. Those wise people who have realized this Paramatman within this Atman, that Supreme Reality, those who realize the Supreme Reality, tesham shanti shashvati, they alone will have infinite happiness and peace, netaresham, nobody else can have. The source of infinite joy, infinite bliss, infinite bliss is already within us. We don't have to get it from outside. We don't have to import it from outside. It is already there. But we are unaware about it. We are unaware about it. But that is why Kabir says, Moko kaha tu dhunde bande, main to tere paas mein, khojoge to abhi milunga, pal bhar ki talash mein. The source of infinite joy, infinite peace is already within us. It will be available at a moment's notice, but we have to search for it within, not outside. At present, we are trying to search in the latest model car, latest model dress, latest model house, latest model park, latest model theater. We are trying to search everywhere. But at long last we will find all this search will end in futility. It will give us happiness, it will give us peace. It cannot give us everlasting peace. It cannot give us everlasting happiness. It cannot give us everlasting fulfillment because our very nature is infinite. We cannot be satisfied less than infinite. We want infinite joy, infinite bliss, infinite existence, infinite peace. And that is why this Supreme Reality which is within has to be manifested. What is its proof? Proof is this, as I told you, Drishyate. Some people have seen it. Sri Ramakrishna said, I have seen it. Swami Vivekananda seen it. Those people who have experimented, they have seen. Now it is for us to experiment. Before experimentation, we cannot say it is not there. We have to experiment and find out for ourselves. Otherwise, it is of no use. So, how to experiment? This Supreme Reality which is within, but we are unaware about it. Why? Because we have forgotten our true nature. Nabhi kamal mein hai kasturi, vritha mrig fire bankare, bin sadguru nar aise hi dhoonde, jaise fire pashu bankare. There is a special type of deer called Himalayan deer. Nabhi kamal mein hai kasturi. Inside that Himalayan deer's navel, there is kasturi, musk. Nabhi kamal mein hai kasturi, vritha mrig fire bankare, bin sadguru nar aise dhoonde, jaise fire pashu bankare. And that kasturi mrig, that special type of deer, is running fast, running fast, running fast. Why? From somewhere it is getting the smell of musk. In search of that musk smell, it is running fast, fast, fast. Ultimately, it becomes tired, exhausted, and dies. Then it is found out the musk was already there in the navel itself. But it was searching outside. Similarly, Nabhi kamal mein hai kusturi, vritha mrig fire bankare, bin sadguru nar aise hi dhoonde, jaise fire pashu bankare. We are like that musk deer in search of happiness and peace. Everywhere we are going round the corner. Sometimes we go to Switzerland. Sometimes we go to Mount Abu. Sometimes we feel that a latest model car will give us happiness. All ultimately ending up in a frustration, which is very, very natural because we cannot be satisfied by finite. That is why Kabir says, but then why we are not able to realize that there is an infinite within? Kabir says, there is a screen hiding the reality. घूंघट का पट खोल रे तो है पिया मिलेंगे, कटुक वचन मत बोल रे तो है पिया मिलेंगे. घूंघट का पट खोलना होगा. We have to remove this screen. Then we will realize that infinite Atman, the infinite Supreme Self, having infinite knowledge, bliss and existence. But we have to remove the screen. How to remove the screen? Swami Vivekananda gives beautifully in the introduction to Raj Yoga, gives the gist of the whole process, how to remove this screen. We don't have to do anything else. We don't have to go to Himalayas to purchase this Samadhi or to purchase this Atman or to go to America. Nowhere we have to go. Wherever we are, we can practice it. We can get this infinite knowledge, infinite bliss existence. Why? Because it is not outside, it is within. It is already there. You don't have to get it. Only you have to discover it. We have forgotten about it. We have forgotten about it. That's all. So Swami Vivekananda gave, he said, I want realization. Somebody asked, Swami Vivekananda said, I want realization. I want to realize my Atman. I want to realize myself, my Supreme Self. He said, forget about it. He was puzzled. Never think that you have to get the Atman or you have to get the knowledge. You are already death. Only do not allow the mind to think that it has not reached. That's all. You are already divine. Not that you have to become divine. You are already there. Only this delusion is there. Remove this delusion that I am not divine. It is the negative process we have to give. We have forgotten our true nature. We don't have to get realization. We don't have to realize the self. What we have to do is that never allow the mind to think that you are not the infinite. You are already infinite. But what happens? We want to think like that, but our body consciousness comes in between. And that is why it is coming, because of the screen. The screen of ignorance, the screen of ego, the screen of selfishness. So we will have to remove that screen. How to remove that screen of ignorance, of ego, of selfishness? How to remove that screen? 4 methods of removing that screen. That's all. We don't have to do anything else. The ultimate reality is within us. We are already divine. We have got infinite knowledge. We have infinite God existence. We are infinite bliss. Everything is there. Remove the screen, it is there. How to remove the screen? 4 methods of removing the screen. So Swami Vivekananda gives the gist of whole of Vedantic knowledge in his introduction to Raj Yoga. He says, each soul is potentially divine. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work, worship, psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Dogmas, rituals, temples, churches, mosques, forms, rituals are but secondary details. This is the gist of whole of religion. And this is the aim of religion. What is that? Manifest the divinity within. How? By controlling nature, external and internal. How to do that? 4 methods. Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. By work, unselfish work, Karma Yoga. Worship, devotion, Bhakti Yoga. By work, worship. Psychic control, the science of psychic control, that is Raj Yoga. And by knowledge, true knowledge, not this knowledge. The knowledge of the infinite, knowledge of the ultimate. That is knowledge of self. We know we have tremendous knowledge about the whole world. What is there? Whether there is a log of wood on the Mars, there was a photograph. There is a log of wood on Mars or not, we know. Whether water has been discovered in the moon, that we know. What is happening in moon, what is happening in Mars, what is happening in other planets, what is happening in the world, what is happening in the universe, everything we know. We have so much of knowledge about biotechnology, genetic engineering. So much knowledge we have got, but we don't have knowledge about ourselves. That is the tragedy. We don't have knowledge about our own mind. We don't have the knowledge about ourselves. We know so much about the other world, whole world. So this knowledge of the Supreme Self, that knowledge is the true knowledge. Sa chaturi chaturi, the knowledge by which you can realize the ultimate, the infinite, that is the reality. So, here, that is Swami Vivekananda says, each soul is potentially divine. These are the 4 methods of obtaining, of realizing that infinite. Manifesting the divinity. Just manifesting the divinity. Removing the screen. These are the 4 methods. So, I think already time is up, no? Is it time is up? Huh? 1 hour over. I have not yet started. Swami Vivekananda was given 1 hour. Used to be given 1 hour like that in America. So he said, when I talk, I go hard talk extempore. So I cannot remain in the boundaries of time. So you do one thing, you please let me know when the time is over. That is what he told them. So, but they said, why to disturb this Swami, it was going on so much that even the person who had to remind, he also forgot. Then after 3 hours, the person who was told, he started moving the watch from there, like this, time is over, time is over. Then Swamiji, what? You are showing me the watch, I have not yet started. So, I have not yet started, but anyway, I have given the introduction. Swami Vivekananda says, we have having 4 methods of this manifestation of the divine. Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. And on all these 4 yogas, there are books. So we have prepared a set of these 4 books. That is the homework being given to you. So you read these books, so that on the last day we are going to have question answer session. And you give your questions in advance on the 3rd day after reading these books. And I will be rather better I will try to give the answers on the last day. But today I will tell you only these things. Some people ask, which is the best method? Which is the best yoga? Now, Swami Vivekananda says, every yoga is the best yoga. Because it depends upon you, your temperament. For some, Karma Yoga will be clicking more. For some, Raj Yoga. For some, Bhakti Yoga. And for some, Jnana Yoga. It all depends. Jnana Yoga is the shortest cut. Why? Because just suddenly, this very moment you can realize. Only how? By remembering that you already realized. That's all. Within a fraction of a second, you can have realization, provided your mind is so pure. It's a shortcut. But then, very difficult. Very Shurasya dhara nishita duratya durgam pasasat kavyo vadanti. The rishis, they say, these seers, they say that path of knowledge is very difficult. Like walking on the edge of a drawn sword. Very difficult. So, but it is the shortest cut. Those who can afford it, best Jnana Yoga. For those who do not have that power of discrimination, those who do not have power of that renunciation, because that will demand renunciation. If you think the whole world is false, give it up. My God, I can't give up my wife. I can't give up my children. I cannot renounce. Okay, that is not the path for you. But there is hope for you. It's all full of Maya. The Jnana Yoga says, Ek Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. This Atman alone is real, everything else is unreal. Unreal in that sense, not that it is not existing, but today it is there, tomorrow it is not there. Tomorrow it is not there. When you are in the sleep, you are having a dream. When you are getting up, in the dream you are a king, now no more king. You are back to square one. Similarly, when the dream is over, the whole thing goes. So Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya. This is all Maya. All Maya. Whatever we are seeing, this is all Maya. There are beautiful lectures on Gyan Yoga, 3 lectures on Maya. That are, never, Swami Vivekananda was at his best when delivering lectures. You will see his meditation pose. When delivering lectures on Maya, he went into super conscious state, Samadhi state. That is when he was delivering lectures on Maya. He went into Samadhi after the lecture. So heightened, beautiful, so fascinating lectures on Maya. There he says, gives a beautiful story. Narada, he came to Lord Vishnu. Lord, please show me, please tell me what is Maya. They are all talking about Maya, Maya, Maya. Please tell me about Maya. Lord said, okay, I'll show you. After a few days, he said, Narada, let us go for an outing. They went for an outing. They went to a desert. They came near the desert. After some walking a few miles, the Lord said, Narada, I am very much thirsty. Can you fetch a glass of water? Why not, sir? Sure, Lord, sure. And then he went to a nearby village, called the door. The door was opened by a very beautiful girl. And Narada had love at first sight. And he started talking to her. Whole day he was talking. And he became infatuated. The girl also became infatuated. And they were talking endlessly. He forgot that he had come to fetch water. He forgot the whole thing. And then he told the father of the daughter that I want to marry your daughter. The father was very happy because he was not getting a husband for her. And here is Narada, like such a wise person coming. They immediately agreed. Now Narada became a Ghar Jamai, son-in-law. And the whole property of that person came to him. And they both husband, wife, Narada and his wife, they were nicely enjoying the family life. And they had 2 children also. After 12 years of nice life, suddenly there was a flood. And because of the flood, at night the flood became so high that the whole village was swept away. And Narada's house was gone. And now he took a shelter under a tree. That tree was also drowned. And so he was floating under water. With one hand, he caught hold of his wife and 2 children on their shoulders. And he was trying to swim. Suddenly the current of water came and one child went away, was drowned. And he started shouting, my God, my son has gone. Because of that, he lost the grip on the second son also, he also went. And then it was lamenting, suddenly the wife also was drowned. And he was just thrown away into the waves, by the waves of the water onto the side of the bank of the river. And he was crying. Oh, because his wife gone, 2 children gone, he was crying. At that time, suddenly a very soft voice came, Narada, where is my water? I am waiting for half an hour. Half an hour? 12 years I have been marrying and begetting children and enjoying, and you are saying half an hour? Lord said, this is Maya. This is Maya. Everything, under the spell of Maya, half an hour becomes 12 hours, 12 hours becomes half an hour. This is Maya. Very difficult to cross. What is the solution? Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Devi Yesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durataya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantiti. Very difficult to cross. Very difficult to cross. This Maya, this my Maya is very difficult to cross. Devi Yesha Gunamayi. It's Gunamayi. Mama Maya Durtaya. Very difficult to cross. But those who surrender to me, I'll make them cross. So there is those who cannot practice Jnana Yoga, those who cannot renounce, those who do not have Vivek and Vairagya, and those who cannot have that knowledge of the Supreme Self, those who cannot remove this ignorance, this screen of ignorance, don't worry. There is a path of bhakti. Surrender to the Lord. Lord will do everything for you. Just surrender. Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durataya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Taranti. Come Come to me, I'll do everything for you. That is the hope, aspiration. So we'll talk about Bhakti Yoga. But then Bhakti Yoga, the problem is we don't have belief in God. Don't worry, there is Karma Yoga. If you can't have Karma Yoga, there is Raj Yoga. There are 4 methods. But the best method, I will tell you at the end of the life. Last day I am going to tell you what is the best method. That is the suspense I am creating. Last day I will tell what is the best method of these 4. So tomorrow we'll have to have at 5:30. So we'll talk about Bhakti Yoga and then Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga. I don't know what will be the sequence. Today also my sequence has been broken. What I want to say I have not yet spoken. Let me see tomorrow how we go about it. So today, because the time is over, we are meeting tomorrow at 5:30. Okay? Thank you very much.